And then with the other 2 orders, that's just cherry on the cake. Wait, I also got to find out, is there a smarter way to do it? Is this the best way to become a top dasher? I got to experiment and let you know. That's what Dash Theory is all about. What up, YouTube? It's your boy John Dash, back to another episode of Dash Theory TV. So in today's ride along, I'm going to find out if using the data that I discovered in my last video is the best way for me to become a top dasher. And with DoorDash, I'm going to try to get, 3 out of 4 of these orders completed, or at least 7 out of 10. Based on what I discovered in my last video, I'm setting my driver's utility helper parameters to the numbers that I talked about. I'll put those here, and ultimately I'm going to see, does that get me to a 70% acceptance rate? Does it maybe higher, lower? But I expect it to be close. If my math is right, and if my math is wrong, then we'll go look back at the numbers again and see where I messed up. But before I get into it, do me a favor, if you get value from this video, or at any point in watching this video you get some value at all, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially if you want to see more content like this. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Or higher per mile. What's the first one? All right, $6 McDonald's going 1.9 mile. I can accept that 100% already. Let's go. So this McDonald's literally took so long that they canceled the order. So I don't know if the customer didn't tip, and then eventually it bumped all the way up to $6 for 2 miles. I'm not sure what happened, but essentially as soon as I got here, the customer texted me and was like, what's taking so long? Next one, $4.50 for 2 miles. That's right within the parameters. We're accepting it. Getting that acceptance rate up. But I did get that half paid onto this next Panda. The drop off action on that last one, that Panda wasn't handed to me. I always come back to my hotspot before I try to get new orders. And a big piece of that is like my theory that being closer to the restaurants gives you first dibs on those orders that the restaurant sends out. Not necessarily right by it means that you're going to get it first. And I do think there's some randomization in there as well. But if I'm within 100 feet of the restaurant, I think I'm going to get more offers or better offers than if I'm a mile away from the restaurant. I'll just put it that way. Long story short, now that I'm here, let me turn on this app. I'm 2 for 2 so far. Even if one did get canceled, I got offered 2 and I accepted 2. So let's see if I get 3. So I got a Chick-fil-A offer for $3.75, which is below the cutoff in itself. Now I'm at 2 out of 3 so far. Let's see, what's DoorDash talking about? $8.75 for 8.6 miles. So right over the cutoff. So I'm at 50%, 2 out of 4. Oh, now this bad run of orders comes in. $2.50 for 4 miles, that's a decline. Uber Eats is just sending me trash after trash offer. It's 10:30, so the beginning of that lunch rush. There should be some good orders out there. And let's see what I got offered. $6.50 for 5 miles. $1.25 per mile. Could be a hidden tip, but likely not. I'm gonna take it. I think I was 2 out of 5 before, so this will take me to 3 out of 6. Be at a 50%. Hits all the qualifications. It's not the most beautiful order. Definitely $1.25 per mile, but it's above that 75 cents. It's above that $4. Yada yada yada. Let's get it. So yeah, that last one of Berto's was a handed to me order, so no drop off action there. Now back to the hotspot. Trying to get some more DoorDash orders. I can't get a shift with DoorDash right now. 12:30, it's dead in this area. Yeah, and so by the way, like one of the reasons I'm even considering this Top Dasher crap is because how my area's been lately. It's been harder to pick up a shift, or if I'm in the middle of a shift and I have to pause too long to get restarted again, sometimes I can't. This is like peak lunchtime right now. So there's no way that during the middle of lunch, almost noon, that this map should be grayed out. So that's why one of the reasons I'm even considering Top Dasher. But I also got to find out, is there a smarter way to do it? Is this the best way to become a Top Dasher? I got to experiment and let you know. That's what Dash Theory is all about. All right, y'all, it's your boy John Dash, back at it, coming out for the nighttime shift. We're gonna turn back on the DoorDash. We're gonna see if we can get a bunch of good orders in a row. When we last finished DoorDashing, it was kind of dead. We were getting a bunch of garbage orders. So I'm gonna find out here. I turn it on now, I keep the same parameters, I'm at 50%. Now that it's nighttime, now that it's almost dinner time, I expect to get more orders because it's dinner time, and dinner time is when you get the most orders. Or at least that's when I get the most orders in my market. So with it being dinner time and me being poised to get more orders, will it end up being more good orders or more bad orders? Hopefully I'll go on a streak of getting a bunch of acceptable orders in a row, raise my acceptance rate, and or I guess we find out if my theory is wrong. I got some wrong numbers. I need to go back to the drawing board. We'll see what happens. Okay, we got a starter. It's barely acceptable. $5, 4 miles, Applebee's. It's within acceptable. So let's take it. Maybe we'll get something better after that. Let's get it. All right, y'all, on my way to pick up this Applebee's, it's $5 for 4 miles. I did get a stack add-on for another $4. Burger King going for 960 something feet. All right, y'all, I got both of those orders off, and the Applebee's order came with a little $1, $2, $3 cash tippy. So yeah, that actually turned from a $9 and 4 miles to a $12 and 4 miles, easily making it worth it in my book. So I put my DoorDash on pause as I drove back to the hotspot. So now that I'm here, may I pause this? See what we got here, DoorDash. All these borderlines. So I get this Chick-fil-A, $6, 5.8 miles, which is acceptable. You know, it's under the mileage, it's over the amount, it's over the dollars per mile. So I'm accepting it. Maybe we'll get another add-on, but so far we're 3 of 3. So far it does look like these parameters are working, at least in the nighttime. They're not the greatest orders. They're not the orders that I would, do. If I definitely wouldn't do them if I was a cherry picker. They're not orders I love, but it's getting the job done. So yeah, enough talking. Let's go get this money. All right, y'all. So I got that order off, got that Chick-fil-A off, decided to come back to my hotspot before I accept any orders, and here's why. So earlier in the video, I mentioned that the further you away from the hotspot, the more bad orders it seems that you're offered. Like, it seems like you're just getting offered the orders that are passed up by everybody else. So the main hotspot I'm at right now, compared to the satellite hotspot, I'll call it, near my drop-off, the orders I got offered in the area were like $3.50 for 1 mile, $2.75 for 2 miles. And while the mileage is short, I'm not trying to do any no-tip orders. $4 my minimum for a reason. So I went from a 3 out of 3 to a 3 out of 5 at 60%. So yeah, I came back over here, about to unpause my dash, see if I can get another one, see if it would have been a 4 out of 4 if I had just came back and unpaused my dash here. So let's see. Yeah, $5.50 for 2 miles. This area is way better, so I should have just, paused my dash, came back, taken this, obviously. Would have been a 4 out of 4. So, I mean, y'all can count those other 2 orders, but for my purposes in this technique, we've learned that coming back to your hotspot is a better technique, especially if it's a hotspot with better restaurants, more restaurants, etc. So I'm gonna go drop this off. This will give me like 10 offers from this hotspot, and between the 4 out of 4 and the 3 out of 6 I started with, that's pretty much 70%, which kind of proves my point